up guys, it's River Manu here, back with another video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about what interest targeting you should use for your e-commerce business, for your drop shipping needs or whatever, even for your brand or whatever. We're just going to be talking about interest in general. If you're new here to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. As you know already, this channel already focuses on e-commerce, drop shipping, and in particularly Facebook ads, so kind of specialize in that, and I'm going to try and give you the most value I can on that because that's kind of basically what I expertise in, pretty much. So yeah, I'm currently a contractor for a digital marketing agency, you know all that, but whatever. I'm just basically going to be talking about it in this video. Basically just e-commerce and what kind of targeting you should go for. If you've already gotten your feed wet with Facebook ads, you already know what that is if you're watching this video. So basically, interest targeting. First thing about that, well, you should know, if you're familiar with our strategy, basically our strategy is basically 7 to 10 single interest ad sets. We like to keep it simple. Basically, the single interest will target basically a corner of the market. Facebook is going to optimize and see who your kind of ideal buyer is. Mostly, like, we like to let Facebook breathe, let the system breathe, and kind of just, we like to go as broad as possible is basically what it is. I know a lot of people actually start to do all the fancy stuff, and they start to exclude all the Shopify and drop shipping terms and all that stuff, and you can't do that. It works. And even you can narrow down by engaged shoppers or whatever. For me personally, I don't even do all that stuff. For some of my clients who do request it, on the other hand, I do end up doing that, but for the most part I don't usually. Man, is it like dark? Okay, I don't even know. Okay, we figured out our lighting situation. Back to the main point, topic at hand, interest targeting. Alright, so first thing I want to say about interest targeting is to keep it simple, stupid. Like I said, I find the sweet spots around 500k and plus to any number. I'll even target like 300 mil plus. I mean, some people preach, it's like, oh, you should only go like 5 to 10 million only, but like, I like to just leave it broad as hell. Let Facebook do the heavy lifting. Find me cheapest purchases to stay the most profitable. That's what that is. Thinking about the interest, like, I'm very simplistic about all I do is I picture the product. Say for example, if it's like a fitness product, for example, really generic example, I'll obviously do like stuff like, push up, deadlift or something, strength training. These are all very like broad ass interest, like 18 mil plus, like very, very broad. Case in point, your creative, like your ad is literally gonna be the most important part about it. It's your basically creative triumphs your interest targeting every single time, because if you have a good ad and it's eye-catching and in the first 3 seconds it's very Facebook's users are engaging with it, it gets their attention, Facebook will reward you with better quality traffic, and you're basically at a higher likelihood to essentially get a purchase at the cheapest cost possible. But yeah, so number one, just have a good ad before you start pumping out those creatives, those interests. Because think about, I'd put more focus into your creative as opposed to your interests. However, your interests are important. They are like one of the cold interest targeting, I'd say, is like bread and butter now for Facebook ads, as opposed to like custom audiences, lookalikes and stuff. Lookalike audiences, way better. I find cold interest to be a lot more profitable. Unless it's like a retargeting campaign, of course. That's like money on the table. You should really know how to. That's actually a good vid idea. I'll probably do a vid on retargeting. But anyways, back to the main point. And another thing about interest targeting, yeah. So basically, you just want to think about who is at the highest likelihood to buy my product. Say for example, yeah, like back to my fitness example, I'd like to think about, okay, so example, generic winning product, the push-up board, right? Like that product was a banger, right? So obviously you target, who push up, right? And then you could also do stuff like certain brands, like you could do like typically Under Armour or something, or like Nike Plus, you'd basically you'd think about your interest in the most generic sense, and then you'd really think about, okay, Nike's very generic, like it's a very generic brand, okay, so you could even think one step further than that and say, okay, I know people who go to Planet Fitness or Gold's Gym or something are actually there in the gym, you know, since they have memberships or some shit, right? And then you could actually target those people, and you know they're at a higher likelihood to actually engage with your product. Just make sure you have a good ad though. But they're at a higher likelihood to get, you know, to catch their attention, because Facebook already knows, okay, these are the people that are kind of interested in the already kind of fitnessy, kind of, you know, kind of niche dumbbells and stuff, strength training, you know, marathons, you know, all that kind of stuff, already fitness related items. With that being said, I'm pretty sure most of you watching this are going to be fairly new to Facebook ads, so lots to take in. So just keep these things in mind when you're doing your general interests targeting. You know, target brands and stuff, target magazines, you know, target, you know, basically generally what it is, all that stuff, gyms and stuff. You know, you basically just got to think about it. Like, for example, even in the what's a good niche, like the power tool niche, for example. So we could target, like, you know, you could target obviously like power tool and what it is, but if you want to go one step further, right, so you know that people that go to, say for example, Home Hardware or Lowe's or something like that, you know, they are they're people that are already kind of affiliated within that niche. So you just go ahead and target. Like, you don't overthink these things, guys. I mean, I see a lot of people that they think about it like really hard, and then they narrow it down by this, narrow it down by this, and then narrow it down by that, and then their interest, and then you see the audience size get so small and diluted because it's so freaking niche that it doesn't let Facebook allow to breathe, especially if you're only testing one creative. That being said, always put 100% of your focus. If you're gonna focus on anything, focus on the ad. Focus on the ad of your product, and then results will follow. Of course, that interest targeting is important, but just focus on your ad. As said previously, I can't stress that enough. One other thing to note: if you're like completely new, and then you're just trying to find out, you know, what interests are gonna make you money, I wouldn't go at it with that kind of mindset. Go at it as the point where if you're doing like one product store, for example, or even a general store, you want to think Amazon, you know, not trendy gadgets. You know, you want to think about it like you're making each product or product page essentially feel like a one product store, because you need that element of trust within your store. People are just gonna see that, you know, as I said previously, buyers are just gonna get more and more smarter going into 2020 and beyond. Dropshipping is harder than it has ever been. Facebook is weeding out the bad dropshippers. I know you've probably been disabled, your ad account gets banned, all that bad stuff, but they're basically, you can think about it from the light of, you know, the bad dropshippers are gonna get weeded out. It's time for you to, you know, really step it up if you're looking to be successful and run a legitimate business. Be profitable, and, you know, make money legitly, because, you know, a lot of people, they won't fulfill their orders or something, right? But yeah, this is really the time where hone down on it and really focus on your business is basically what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I mean, that should be pretty much it as for interest targeting. But yeah, if you guys have any other ideas on what else I should cover, just let me know. You know, I'm open to some ideas. But yeah, this is just something that came up. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Yeah, Rivera Manuel.